Dun, 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 dun. Hey, how y'all doing this evening? Welcome to Swamp Ninja. Today we're going to be doing a little bit for my buddy JD Delay and see what he's got to say about the protest in. Whoa, the contrast on my face is extreme, and your boy got a haircut since the last month. We're going to be doing updates and doing a little more. But whoa, I mean, I got the bright lights on me. Let's see if we can tune those lights just down a little bit there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit there, so I look like, like I don't look like Casper. Still a little bright. There. How are we going? How's that? The camera's kind of over here. The microphone's over here. Now what's going on here? Hold on, y'all. This thing just popped up in my... Oh, it's Facebook. Get out of my face, Facebook. Out of my face, Facebook. And here we go, transition over. Well, I am. Now you can see your boy. Fresh haircut, everything going. Oh, yeah. How y'all doing this evening? Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the, I was going to do a cryptid thing, but I got on JD Delay, and I just want to talk a little bit about what's going on in Portland and about the political climate nowadays. I'm not neither right nor left. If anything, I guess I'd be a libertarian, but I'm just an ex-convict. I don't really believe in a lot of government. I don't believe in a lot of overreach, but I don't believe these people need to be doing what they're doing. I think that, I think what they think, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for love. I'm all for everything, but if you're breaking the law, you're breaking the law. I never got showed any favoritism or any special thing that no, I didn't get none of this white privilege. I'd like to know where you get your white privilege, because I sure would like to use mine, because I've never been able to use it. They've always made a white example out of my ass. So without further ado, let's pull up JD over here. Let's see what we got going on here. See if I can adjust this a little bit bigger for y'all. Hold on, there we go. Okay, there we go.
Call me a Nazi and a fascist because I disagree with them. Those same words that they use to justify killing Charlie Kirk, and that's sad and pathetic, and it's why you're unloved. You're not deserving of love. Hey you guys, this is just a simple video just for me to you to keep me accountable and keep you guys in the loop as to what is going on, because I know for the longest I have said I'm not left, I'm not right, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I don't worship these politicians, they are the help. We literally pay them out of our tax dollars, we hire them through elections, and I'm not going to simp for the help, dog. It's just not going to happen. It's
That's
not
right.
me.
I'm not simping for the help.
And I know that you guys have probably noticed that I've been leaning a bit more right lately. Well, there is a reason for that, and I want to sort of run it.
Okay, what other choice, unless you're like a chomo pedophile that's just open for anything, old men in little children's restrooms, pro pedophilia, pro this, pro just absolute everything. Yeah, then you're pro right. That's the left. The left is the absolute extreme. That's all that's left. Everybody else has moved right now. Even I'm right now. You know what I'm saying? I come from a family of lifelong, I thought Democrats now are hardcore conservative Republicans now because of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Even my 17-year-old daughter is conservative because of y'all. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy that y'all made it like this. Let's get back to JD here. Let's get back to JD.
Down to you guys as to what I feel is going on. Now, partially, it just comes down to there are a lot of people on the very, very far left who they're just making this thing about good and evil, dog. Because there are people out there that are just being hands down, flat out fucking evil. And I don't vibe with evil. Like, regardless, I'm going to stand against that. Now,
yeah.
I promise you, I'm still going to hold people on the right accountable when I see them doing things that I find abhorrent. I'm always going to hold people on the left and people on the right accountable for their bullshit. But it seems like there is a larger contingent of the militarized extreme left that is doing severe amounts of damage yet again in Portland, Oregon. And I don't like that, bro. And I tried to go out there and I tried to be reasonable with them. And I tried to get their point of view. I tried to understand what they were going through. I tried to offer them a platform, and they called me names. They called me names that they used to justify to kill people. And then I started getting swatted, and I started getting death threats. Now, as somebody who's been to prison, as somebody who grew up in a bad neighborhood in California.
Now, and I'm saying, like, with all that, I understand where he's coming from. I grew up in like that. I grew up in a rough situation. Not the roughest, because I had my mom and we loved each other, and I had family and stuff, so I had somewhat of an upbringing. But I also had a rough time too, you know. And then as I got older, everything was my fault. Once I was an adult, I had to own everything as an adult because I did know right from wrong. So, let's get back to JD. I'm sorry. I'm just playing around with the transitions and trying to do all this because I haven't done this in a while. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, wrong one. Here we are again. Oh, transition it back over. Ah, you like that sideways transition. I'm sorry.
As somebody who has grown up having to fight, who played in metal and punk rock bands, and when people with swastikas and SS bolts would show up, we would fist fight these motherfuckers. Do you know how hard it is for me to be peaceful when people start calling me things like a Nazi and a white supremacist? But I want to be a peaceful human being today. I don't want people to be able to use words to get power over me and pull me out of my character for the person that I am today. I would much rather solve things with words, and if we can't find common mutual ground with words, I'd rather just walk away. Because the person that I become when I start giving into violent inclinations is not the person that I want to be today. Also, I don't like prison. I don't like showering with dudes. I don't like having to ask cops for toilet paper. I don't like being separated from my family. I like pussy and steak, dog. Hands down, flat out. I'm gonna run that back to you. That's the reality. I want to be nestled up with my wife every night. I like her cooking. She's a trad wife. My life is absolutely fucking amazing. And I've got a lot of people on the internet besides just what happened down there who are calling me these things. I know my heart. I know that I'm not hateful. I know that I'm not a racist. I know that I'm not a Nazi or a white supremacist, and I'm definitely not the fascist. The people who are trying to use political violence and threats and intimidation to silence anybody who disagrees with them are case in point the fascists in this situation.
Exactly.
Now, as much as I don't want to do violence against them, I'm never ever gonna fucking back down. I am not the person who backs down. I got way too much CPTSD to back down. I have two modes in CPTSD. They're the modes that people get when they have extreme, prolonged trauma, and that's fight and flight, and my flight is fucking broken, dog. But I'm not gonna resort to using my fists. I'm not gonna resort to going out and doing some gang shit on the streets because I'm not emotionally 12, you guys. I am an adult, I'm a taxpayer, I have a family that relies on me. You're not gonna catch me out in the streets on some gangster shit. I've turned my life around. I also have millions of people across these social media platforms who are watching what I do. And a lot of them would be disappointed and let down if they saw my fucking mugshot. And I take that responsibility very seriously because
Brother, if you ever see this, I know that we won't be disappointed in you if it's over something like that, defending yourself. We will put money on your books. You can guarantee that.
Genuinely care about what message I'm projecting to you guys, and the rest of them are just waiting on my downfall. And if you're one of those people that's waiting on my downfall, I genuinely hope that you can actually hear me, you can see my heart, you can hear my message. But if that's not something that can happen, I'll release you, bro. I don't care. It's not my business what your opinion of me is. And I don't give a shit, bro. You could die. You could die today. You could die today, get resurrected, and die a second time. You can eat dirty dog shit and die twice. for all I fucking care. I'm not here for the people who want to make assumptions of me and then call me a Nazi and a fascist because I disagree with them. Those same words that they use to justify killing Charlie Kirk, if you're gonna throw those at me, I think you're a fucking pedophile, my G. You're on that same level to me. You're disgusting. You truly are what you hate. And that's sad and pathetic, and it's why you're unloved. You're not deserving of love. You're like a whole walking human piece of fucking excrement. And I definitely don't need that stank pussy energy in my life. You're like a bad pH'd pussy, dog. And you should keep that way the fuck away from me because we're good vibes over here, homie. We're having a good ass time. But yes, I'm gonna call these Antifa people out because what they're doing is destructive. It's negative. It's violent. And the local government here in Oregon is intertwined with them in a way that I find so corrupt. And the media here in Oregon is intertwined with them in a way that is calculated and decisive and divisive. They report on things that make it look like it's an innocent good time. That's why they have the blowies down there. You know, the people in the blow-up costumes, like the frog who is a self-admitted Antifa terrorist, who makes terroristic threatening statements on social media, and for some reason, the state of Oregon has failed to do anything about it. Don't worry, the feds are coming. And they also cover the people in the animal onesies that are out there in their pajamas, looking mentally ill but dancing. That's all that they cover. Now, don't get me wrong. When I talk about these situations down there, I'm not talking about the protesters, because everybody in this country has the constitutional right to be able to protest, and I support everybody's constitutional rights. I don't care if you're white, black, blue, brown, yellow, purple. That shit doesn't matter to me. I don't care about your color. I don't care about your gender orientation. I don't care what you fucking identify as. You should have the same constitutional rights as the rest of us. Not special rights. Not special accommodations. Not entitlement to things that you don't have coming to you, that you haven't earned, or that put other people out of their constitutional rights so that you can be treated in some way that is special. But everybody should have the same constitutional rights. And you have the First Amendment right to go out and protest if you don't like how shit is going down, and I will fight for you to have those same rights that I want to have if I want to go out and cosplay being unemployed and protest about shit that I don't like. Yeah. And I would hope that you would support me, even if you disagreed with my cause, because I will support you and your right to do something that I completely disagree with. I don't think I would get that same respect, because I don't think that most of these people act out of logic and reason and equality. They scream about equality, they scream about inclusion, but it's only people who absolutely agree with them on every single thing. And I watch these people on the left cannibalize themselves and cannibalize each other over simple disagreements or even somebody asking questions. If somebody asking questions about your ideology or your beliefs feels like an attack to you, you are probably dead fucking wrong, my guy. You're probably building your entire ideology on sand, and the first time that the tide comes up a little bit higher, you are going to be washed away. And I hope that at that point you can fall back on a little bit of logic and common sense and reason, because these people on the far left are entirely ruled by their emotions. They are like emotive children. The right seems to be a little more aligned with what reality and common sense and critical thinking is. Now, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that the right believes and a lot of the stuff that the right does. I think the moderates have it a little bit more nailed, but the far right, I don't fuck with anything far, my guy. I'm too lazy to stretch my reason and to bend over backwards and do somersaults and peg my own ass to try to make some sort of thing that's irrational or illogical fit. And I feel like people that are on the far ends of both sides of the political spectrum, I feel like that's what they're doing.
Look, dude, if you're on the far end of anything like that, dude, you're insane, dude. That you can't see nothing good in what they're saying. Look, it's to the point now when even the right has something good. Like, all these criminals need to be off our streets. If you're out fucking in America waving a Mexican flag, homeboy, That's not the kind of pride we, you know what I'm saying? And why are we so proud? What do we have to be proud of, any of us? What do any of us have to be proud of? Honestly, pride is a sin. It is. So that's insane that you have a Pride Day, a Pride Month, a Sin Month. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's exactly what it is. Let me get back over here to JD real quick. I enjoy this guy.
But the
He's
far
a great
left
guy.
seems fucking evil to me. The things that they want to do, the things they want to involve children in,
Amen.
bro, you're a fucking pervert, dog.
Straight
It's
up.
gross, it's grotesque, it's perverted, it's wrong. They push things on children that are absolutely irreprehensible and disgusting. And then they want to call you a bigot if you don't ride out with it. Fine, I'm a fucking bigot, dog. There's nothing that you can fucking call me that's gonna get me to step away from what I believe and feel is morally consistent and right. And if me having a simple disagreement about like, hey man, like, no, I don't think we should encourage children to mutilate their genitals. No, I don't think that we should have biological dudes in little girls' changing rooms and little girls' locker rooms in school. I think that that's a recipe for disaster. I think that it makes the girls uncomfortable, and I don't think that it's fair. And if that's a problem for you and you think I'm some sort of ist or that I'm some sort of phobic, you're wrong, but I'm not going to argue with you, homie, because
Nope.
you're not going to try to hear it anyway. Like I said earlier, die in a fucking fire for all I care. I'm not going to commit violence against you, but I'm not going to
I
give
don't
you
wish that
space.
for him,
I'm not going to
'cause
give you
I mean,
energy.
see,
I'm
that's
not
the
going to give you
question,
time
you
or
know,
thought. Literally cut
wish
out of my
God was
life.
working out.
I am super good at cutting people out. I block people every single day. These are my platforms. This is my community. If somebody is bringing stank pussy energy up in this bitch, they're gone, homie, and I don't think about it again. Not only for me, but because I don't want the people who have invested in my life and in who I am by hitting subscribe, by liking videos, by commenting, by coming back day after day and saying, hey, what the fuck is that dude talking about? I want to check that out. I'm going to click on that video. I don't want them to have to deal with the bullshit. Because honestly,
And we appreciate that, dude.
it means so much to me that people would give their time to just hear me out. Because time is the only thing that we really truly have. All the rest of this shit is fake, bro. Money is a construct that we came up with, and yeah, it makes things a lot easier to just exist on this floating rock in the middle of space if we have it because of the system that we have inherently built for humankind. But time is the most fleeting thing that we have. We have such a limited amount of it. And the fact that there are people out there who will spend some of their life listening to me, I take that as a high honor and I take it with responsibility. So I'm gonna cut toxic people the fuck out, man. The same way that I cut toxic people the fuck out of my personal life. I don't ride out with lames, bro. And I have so many positive, amazing people who I've connected with through the internet, and I am so grateful every single day. I literally start my day by asking God to speak through me and to help me to make some sort of difference in somebody's life every single day. And at the end of the day, I thank God for everyone that I'm connected with, for everything that He's brought into my life. And I try to walk in moral consistency and in my purpose in all things that I do. That's what's important to me. I don't care about the clicks, the views, the money. I care about being a good person. And I hope that I've made a difference in your life. And if you're still watching this video at 15 minutes in, just know that I love you and I appreciate you more than words can say. And until the next one, it's always one love, baby. Be good or be
One
good.
love, baby. And that's your boy JD right there. And that's what JD's about. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to be about in mine. I don't want a bunch of negative bullshit. I really don't. I just want to have fun do this. Maybe have some people come in. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about everything from aliens to politics to if we can talk reasonably. Is we can talk reasonably, you know? I like to do my cryptids stuff. I like to talk to people. I wish I could get to where people can call in and we can call back and stuff like that, but I think we'll get that going in the future. You know, I could do it on Facebook. I haven't figured out how to do it on YouTube, so I have to do it live over there, then bring it in over there, and nobody on Facebook wants to participate because that's how they are, you know. But where are we at? 20 minutes. We're gonna take this 20-minute video right here. I want to thank y'all and thank everybody. I'm probably fixed to go over there and do a live on YouTube, on Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this and upload this. I want to thank y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to do all this, the studio and everything like that. It's, it's a little, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it. And then I've had like a month break here. But I want to thank y'all. And we're going to be out as soon as I can find the scene, the transition. And then I finish.